Hello and welcome. So today it's the Times Quick Cryptic, which is published on Friday the 16th of August 2024. Now this has been set by Wurm. Wurm doesn't stick out in my mind particularly, but I had a little look back through my recent list of crosswords, and it's a bit of a combination of DNFs. Couldn't finish them. Some 18 and 21 minutes, and then a couple of 11 and 12, 13 minutes. So, real mixed bag it seems. So I'm not sure how this is going to go, but I'm going to reset the timer and crack on. House here in France on the sea. Left under wraps, cry out. Notice one in tirade, incandescent. I would think that was probably notice one with a notice I. Article by one German. Ein backed woman. Backed woman. Neve. Oh. Neve by one. Don't think so. Something like that maybe. Area near ship in ocean depths. Ocean depths. Deep. Area near ship. So a ship is SS. A mass? Member returned in fat dancer's costume. Member's a leg, going backwards would be gel costume. Hawk-eyed old British man. Old British man. OB, hawk-eyed OB. I mean, old is O and B, or XB. XB. Man. Ugh. Diet, army unit shedding tons, sorry. So that's unit without a T, I guess. Army, it's regiment, because we had that the other day, regiment. Run with Russian runner for country. What? Run with Russian runner? Something about for country. Runner would make me think ski, run. Run is an R. Rural. Ural. That's the Ural's a river, isn't it, in Russia? River closed to port and dock, perhaps. I think there's a T in there. T. River. T rent. Rent. Dock. Rent. Not sure. Say why lover no longer attractive. Gosh, that's a bad pun, isn't it? That's X. Stronghold and lock in order. So is that anagram of lock in? Or is that just lock with an L on an L? That'd be like that, wouldn't it? Stronghold and lock. Beer feeding explosive ability. Beer feeding explosive ability. Some kind of ale, I would have thought. Lager. Okay, well that's pretty unsuccessful. First look through. Broken arm, nursed by men. He's tailed. Nursed by men. He's tended. He's tailed. Broken arm. I assume that's an anagram of arm, but Gladly send dog out to find insect. Gladly send dog out to find insect. Frame way to describe Princess Royal. Frame way is an ST. Method. Princess Anne is the Princess Royal. Frame way. Unless it's ST at the end. Let's get rid of that. I don't like those being there. They don't feel like they're helping me at all. ST. She inspires weary author regularly. ATOUHR. Just looking up. Okay, so WAYUO. Erato. Oh golly, that's a. Okay, that's the muse. Arsenal get act sorted in former FA location. Yeah. Arsenal get act sorted. So is that an anagram? Arsenal is 7 letters. Get act is yeah. So it's former FA location. Really, I don't know what former FA location is. Wembley Stadium, something park. Can't be a park. Uses energy in remote region. Play patience. Play patience. Play patience is. We're still deaf. So what play can I think of? Can't think of any. Old general has a hold over father, so it's probably a grappa, isn't it? Which is an old Roman Agrippa, which is an old Roman emperor general that I've only ever seen in a crossword and probably seen it include exactly the same. Cold in HGV, extremely so. That's a lorry, isn't it? Cold. Van, HGV, cold. Must be a C in there somewhere, I suppose. HGV is an Arctic, there we are. Arctic is a lorry. Revolver, English brought into factory, all over here. Plant, planet. Golly, okay, so the revolver is the planet and English is golly. This is hard. Duke drawn in by dinner gong. Well, it must be medal, mustn't it? Meal with a D in it. Which I could really only get because I had that M in place. House here in France. On the sea. I think of Mare. Chaise? Maison. Maison. Maison is a house in France. On the sea. Maison. Don't feel particularly convinced by that. I'm going to leave that like that. Left under wraps, cry out. Yells, yelling, yells. Raps. Notice one in tirade, incandescent. 7 letters. Radiant. No. Oh, radiant maybe. Radiant. Rant. Notice one. Incandescent is radiant, I think. Tirade is rant. Notice one. Notice one. Oh, an ad. Add one. Yeah. Golly. This isn't fun. Article by one German woman. Sorry, article by one German backed. So AI. And then article. Or an. Knee. And yeah, one in German is EIN. Backwards. Oh, article. Area near ship in ocean depths. I don't know what that is, if I'm honest. Member returned in fat dancer's costume. So fat is, I mean it could be obese, but I think it's more like lard, kind of fat. And lard would be L-A-R-D. Dancer's costume is a leotard now. Member. A member is a toe. Backwards. Okay. Hawk-eyed old British man. And this, I'm not sure about this bit here really. Maybe I'm helping myself. Gonna come back to that. I don't need to come back to that, right? River closed to port. So there's port, it's T, river, and dock is to land. I don't think it is to land. T land, river. Close to port and dock, perhaps. I like on rivers, but I'm not that good on rivers. So I can think of one that's T, something D. So why love are no longer attractive, no longer unattractive. Okay, unattractive means they are explain. There we are, explain. Okay, I'll give you that one as a bit of fun. Stronghold and lock in order. Okay, that does look like it's going to be an anagram of lock, which would be what can I have on the end? If it's lock in, Citadel? No. Lock Chinor. Just no. C-H-O Chinlo. Beer feeding explosive ability. Ability is art. Beer is ale. I mean, that's ale, maybe. Oh dear. Let's have a look at down. Broken arm. Okay. Nursed by men. He's tailed. Broken arm. Nursed by men. Makes me think actually broken arm needs to go in the middle. I mean, I don't really know that's Maison either, but let's have a look at this one. Gladly send dog out. So let's see. Gladly. SENDDOG. So it's probably an anagram of that. Gladly sent dog. I've got 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4, 4. Daddy long legs, I think that is. If I remember that anagram before, or that construction. Daddy, yeah, it looks like daddy long legs, doesn't it? Yeah, I've got L's and D's and things. I mean, that should be dock. What's this? Oh, that's castle, must be. Stronghold is a castle, and lock in order. Well, it must be a castle, but why it's castle? Oh, cast is the order, isn't it? With an L for lock. Oh, okay. What's this? Tolerance, I imagine, for patience. Tolerance. Play. Okay, if you've got some play, so you've got a bit of tolerance in it. Hawk-eyed. Old British. I mean, that's OB, isn't it? Ob. Hawk-eyed. Area near ship in ocean depths. Abyss. Maybe that's... Let's go back to this. Let's get rid of this. House here in France. Okay, here in France is... Is it Medici? Med, on the sea, yeah, on the sea. So the Med is the sea, and I think EC is French for here. House, is that House of Medici? I think that's a thing. He's tailed, by men he's tailed. Broken arm. Merman, he's tailed, yeah. Okay, merman. So we've got men around ram, or arm should I say, broken. Frame is to describe royal princess. Classy. Classist. Classic. Oh, chassis. Why is that chassis? It's what I would think. C has Princess Royal. I would think that's that. Let's see if that works. Okay, let's go over here and see if I can get what this long one is. Arsenal get act sorted, so I think that's arse and ow. G-E-T, act, yes, no, Arsenal get act. Oh god, it's this place that I can't think of. The only 2 FA locations I can think of, and I can't think of the specific names, is there's a place in London where they used to something Gate, which fits with what I've got there. So I think that's the place in London where the FA used to meet, the Football Association. So I need to write these letters out and see what I've got left. Arsenal, get act. And I've got rid of NAR, I think. Yep, got rid of NAR. So I've got S, C, T, L. Lancaster Gate it was, wasn't it? I remember. Oh, all those Playfair annuals I read of football as a child. Maybe getting me out of trouble there. Observant. I think there's observant. Oh man, servant. Yep. So I think that's chassis. I don't. At this moment, oh, okay. That's hilarious. So the Princess Royal is the sister of King Charles, so Chaz Sis. That's fine. I have to say I do like that one. If nothing else, yell left under wraps. I think there's an L there. Under wraps. I think that's probably whelps, yelps. Cry out is to holler, holler. What about holler, holler? Holes, holes. Oh, I see what this is. Use energy in remote location. Let's go down this one. So I've almost got one over there as well. Oh my word! Beer. That's talent, isn't it? TNT being the explosive talent. To dock. I mean, there's only so many words that can fit in there, aren't there? Tweed, I think. Weed. Yeah, weed's a dock. Tweed. So River Tweed, I think. What's this going to be? There's so many words for crying out though. So yelps, whelps, whelps, wraps. What are wraps? Are we talking like sandwich wraps or duvets or blankets or bandages? What are bandages? I'll come back to that one, see what this is. Uses energy in remote region. So there's my E for energy. Remote region. Expends? No, what is this going to be? Uses energy in remote region. Abroad is a remote region. Afar. Is it a region? How am I looking for? Employs is to use. I'm sure that's an S really though. Just left under wraps. There's my L. Cry out is to. I think to be honest, if I haven't got to this by 25 minutes, if nothing's kind of getting in there and I've got lots of options, then this may be one that I give up on really, because I'm not feeling particularly positive about this crossword so far. It's got some good clues in it, but left under wraps. I've just been through the whole alphabet without really thinking about what I'm doing there. I mean, if that's an S, then that can't really be anything other than, could be an M. Impossible. Not likely. Yields. Cry out. And this one uses energy is to remote region. I mean, there's just too much. There's too many spare letters there for my liking. That don't really seem to have much going on in them. Uses energy. There's no D in the clue, so it's definitely not an anagram. So it's not an anagram, it's not a hidden letter, it's not some kind of alternate. I think it's probably just to put an E into remote location, which is uses would be an S on the end. I mean, if that's the E I'm putting in, then that has to be a vowel, I think, probably. Doesn't have to be, but I think it's a good chance. I just cannot think of a word for wraps, really, to be honest. Other than blankets. And yeah, given the state of some of these other clues, like weed for dock, and whatever that was, man for servant, it's going to be, I think it's going to be really hard to think of what this in Medici is, something I didn't really know. Left under wraps. So unless I'm going to actually biff the word, that means cry out. Which I don't seem to be able to because I'm thinking of yelps and whelps. Hollers. Cry out. Let's have another proper scan without chatting through X. No. Bellow. They are below. Ah, bellow. Okay. Bellow. Oh, that's why that was harder. Bellow. Below with an L in it. Left under wraps. Is that left under wraps? I think. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go with that. Bellow. Bellow's a good word for cry out, which makes this wieldy. Wield. Wildy. Wieldy. Uses. Wields. Wilds. There we go. Hey, 2116. Whew. Yep. I mean, I got there. I'm very pleased to get there on those last two, but they weren't easy. Right, let's go through the clues and see what I can figure out. So, I think this is referring to the House of Medici, which I don't know what that is. Whether it's an Italian kind of royal family of somewhere a long way, or whether it's a I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of is now. People who like Yves Saint Laurent, perfume house or whatever. Tailors or something. Bellow. So we've got left under wraps. Cry out. Well, cry out is to bellow. I can see the word below as under, but I don't know what the wraps. Oh, okay, yeah. So we've got left and under, which is below, wrapping around that. Wow, that is nasty. Again, we've got add. Notice as an advert. One, and then put that in a tirade, which is a rant, to give radiant, which is incandescent. Article, so the three articles are a, an, and the. So in this case we wanted an, and we've got one in German, so ein is German for one backwards. E-I-N. Eins, zwei, drei is 1, 2, 3 in German. And a woman is Annie. Area, near ship, so area, by, and then ship is SS, steamship. Very antiquated thing, but it still comes up. You still get SS ships, I think. So ocean depths is the abyss, an abyss. Member, return, so we've got toe, backwards, in lard, which is a fat, and dancer's costume is a leotard. Hawk-eyed is observant, old British OB, and then a man is a servant, so not antiquated term. Diet is your regimen, and an army unit is a regiment with a T on the end, but we're shedding tons, so take off the T of regiment. Run is R, and then the Ural is the river Ural in Russia, so Russian runner. Rivers flow and run, and country is countryside is rural. Another river Tweed, and we've got a close to port, so the last letter of port, the closing letter of port, and dock is dock leaf. Dock is B, a type of weed, which is why we've got the perhaps on the end of it. Okay, I like this clue. Say why lover no longer unattractive, so they are X-plain, which is if you say why, you're explaining things, aren't you? So it's double deaf, really. Say why, and lover no longer unattractive. Stronghold is a castle, and lock is an abbreviation. L is an abbreviation for lock, and it's in an order. Cast is an order. Beer is ale. Feeding explosive, so put that into TNT, which is an explosive, and ability is talent. Broken arm, so put arm RMA into nursed by, so put it into men MEN, at least goes that bit, and he's tailed. Well, a merman would be tailed, would have a tail. Gladly sent dog is an anagram of daddy longlegs, which is an insect, so out being used as an anagram indicator there. My clue of the day here. Hard one to get to, but a frame is a chassis, and a way to describe the Princess Royal, Princess Anne, is the sister of King Charles III, so she is Chaz's sis, Charles's sister. She inspires, so errata is one of the 9, I think it is, muses. I can't really name any bar, about one other, I think. And even Terpsichore, Terpsichore, I think. Even that I can't name properly. She inspires, so inspires being inspiration of the muses, and weary author regularly, so take out, so look for the second letter, the fourth, sixth letter, so we've got ERATO for erato. Arsenal get acted as sorted, so sorted is anagram indicator of those words. Arsenal get sorted to give us a place where the Football Association used to be located, which is Lancaster Gate. I don't know when they moved from there. I would think it was probably about 15-20 years ago. Used to get, I guess looking back, I remember it used to be on the news quite often. This happened at Lancaster Gate whenever they talked about the FA, normally about how England had just failed in a World Cup and they were going to sack the manager, decide on his future. Uses energy in remote regions, so uses is to wield, you wield something, so uses, wields, and energy into the wilds being a remote location. Tolerance is play, so if you've got a bit of tolerance in something, you've got a bit of play in it, and patience is to have tolerance. Old General is Agrippa, and has a hold, a grip over par. So I think, I've seen that a couple of times come up in the 3 years I've been doing these, 2 to 3 years I've been doing them, and it's not one I seem to recall, but without that, if I took out that G and that I, you're left trying to figure out what goes in there, which is kind of hard. I think I've seen it as a grabber or something. Right, cold in HGV. So an HGV is an Arctic, and then put a C in there to get to the Arctic, which is an extremely cold place, obviously. Revolver, English, brought into factory. So factory is a plant. Put an E into a plant, gives you an planet. Planets revolve. That's a good clue. I like that clue, but I don't think it's necessarily quick crossword level. In fact, I think most of this grid is not being quick crossword level. Finally, Duke drawn in by dinner. Gong. So a gong is a medal, and dinner is a meal. And put a D for Duke in there, and you get medal. So there we go, all done. 2116. I'm fairly pleased with that because that was quite hard wordplay in my opinion. Some really hard stuff to do there. A couple of clues I really liked. Obviously, the clue of the day is chassis. Brilliant. And leotard's a good one as well. Just in terms of the way it's constructed. There's good constructions there. It's all very good, but hard. I wouldn't want to do that as a beginner. So thank you for watching. If you've got any comments, put them down below. Thank you.